Well, as Irma makes its way through Central Florida, the heavy wind was almost too much for one reporter.
Yeah, take a look at this from Daytona Beach as CNN reporter Sarah Sidner was reporting on live TV.
This is incredibly strong winds. They are beyond ferocious. It's the strongest winds that we have seen since we have been here on the beach throughout this entire event. Irma's winds are slapping this beach area really, really hard. I'm having a hard time even talking to you because the wind is pushing on my feet so hard. A very strong concrete wall just below me, and we are standing on the floor of the Hilton Hotel here as the gusts just blast away at Daytona Beach. I have to tell you, Michael, no one here was expecting the winds to be this strong. They were not forecasted to necessarily get this high. At the worst of it, we're told that we could get Category 1 storm. And if you think that those winds are low when you consider that it was a 3 or a 4, they are. It is an incredible amount of wind for a human being to stand up in. I am a strong, big lady, and it is definitely hard to stand straight up here because of the wind shear. And it comes in gusts, but these have been sustained for quite a while, and we've already seen some damage here in Daytona Beach as we watch the winds pass by and rip things like plywood off the sides of buildings that were trying to save their windows. We've seen awnings go flying. We've seen lampshades go flying. So this is quite a storm here on Daytona Beach. We are not even anywhere near the eye. The eye made landfall on the other coast more than 200 miles away, and yet we're starting to get some incredibly strong bands of wind here on Daytona Beach. I do want to mention one more thing, Michael, that's really important. Within this storm, south of us, about an hour's drive, some 60 miles in Brevard County, we are told by the emergency management folks there that they have 2 tornadoes that are confirmed to have touched down in Brevard County. 2 tornadoes touched down there. They've had some 40 tornado warnings, meaning that the conditions were right for tornadoes. So within these heavy, heavy winds, there are cells that are strong enough to have tornadic winds. It is an incredible scene here when you look out at the beach as the water is coming up onto the boardwalk that everyone loves so much here in Daytona. But I got to tell you, Michael, we have not seen winds like this until now, and we are told by our CNN meteorology department that the worst of it is yet to come. We've got a couple more hours before the worst of this storm hits us.
At one point, she said meteorologists did not expect this to be this strong. She wasn't watching the right channel.
Troy Bridges came flying around out of the Weather Center.
And she was standing on top of a building, so that always makes the winds a little stronger.
It was hard to tell where she was. I think she said she was at the Hilton Hotel.
Top of the Hilton, yeah.
Our Lauren Korn had been out there for much of the day. Of course, it was pretty severe winds. It sounds like she was a little bit higher up, though, so maybe she was getting that.
Enhances things a little bit.
Exactly. And, you know, one thing I think that people maybe underestimate, they hear Category 1 and don't think it's going to be that bad. Still very severe. Don't know exactly what the gusts were where she was, but an 85-mile-per-hour sustained wind.
That's not something you see very often.
Is a powerful wind gust. Yeah.